Food is a major component of well-being, but some of the food available today can also cause ill-being. Our plate contains a wealth of information that interacts with our inner ecosystem in the most powerful way. And small changes in food choices can make a big difference in our everyday lives. We all want to be happier, healthier, and more energized, and it's common knowledge that the right foods and eating habits can help us achieve that goal. Today, we will examine how the food we eat impacts our health and what habits we can incorporate into our lifestyle to support the effects. I don't think it's necessary to talk about how sugar and ultra-processed foods impact our bodies in a negative way, because I think by now we are all very much aware of that, right? However, knowledge alone might not be sufficient to break a habit that we have developed over a prolonged period of time. So rather than focus on the things we should stop doing, let's channel our attention and efforts towards developing habits that can promote our overall health and that we can start practicing today. If we analyze different diets such as paleo, low-carb, Mediterranean, and plant-based, we can identify common principles. They all aim to remove ultra-processed foods and excess sugars and instead include large amounts and varieties of plants, quality fats, and proteins. Eating a variety of plants ensures the intake of a full range of micronutrients and phytochemicals that not only help our body functions but also thrive. Different plants contain varying fibers that feed a diverse population of microbes living in our guts. These microbes' job is to release nutrients from the food we ingest, balance inflammation, and regulate excess sugar levels. To live, these microbes require fiber. Fruits and vegetables also contain antioxidants that strengthen our brain and enable it to fight off free radicals that damage brain cells. Consequently, these antioxidants allow our brain to function well for a more extended period. Healthy fats such as those found in nuts, seeds, and fatty fish, as well as vitamin B6, B12, and folic acids are essential for brain health and serve as precursors to hormones. Protein is one of the essential macronutrients that literally builds our body. We not only need enough protein, but we also need the right type, since some of the amino acids that make up proteins are only found in foods. Consuming a diet rich in fiber, colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and good protein can help lower the risk of chronic kidney disease, autoimmune conditions, anti-inflammatory bowel disease, cancer, depression, and many other health conditions beyond just obesity and diabetes. Before discussing eating habits, I want to quote Michael Pollan from his book In Defense of Foods and Eater's Manifesto. He starts the book with 3 rules. Eat foods, not too much, mostly plants. He then elaborates on these rules with more specific guidelines. Here are my favorite ones that have helped me the most. Don't eat anything your great-grandmother wouldn't recognize as food. Avoid food products containing ingredients that are unfamiliar, unpronounceable, more than 5 in number, include high fructose corn syrup. Avoid food products that make health claims. Eat mostly plants, especially leaves. You are what you eat is. Eat wild foods when you can. Regard non-traditional foods with skepticism. Pay more, eat less. Eat slowly. Let's now take a closer look at the habits you could start incorporating today in your daily eating habits. Before that, if you have been enjoying this video so far, please consider liking it, and I would be very grateful if you could also subscribe to the channel. Keep variety in your diet. We all have our favorite foods that we tend to buy mostly because we like the taste or because they are familiar to us. However, maintaining variety when buying fruits and vegetables can be very beneficial for our gut microbiome. In fact, plants contain different types of fibers that feed different types of gut microbes. Research has shown that the greater the variety of microbes, the healthier the gut. Therefore, it's important to maintain variety in our diet to help our microbiome thrive. One way to achieve this is by eating the rainbow, which means consuming meals that contain ingredients in as many different colors as possible. Studies have also shown that it is ideal to consume 30 or more plant-based foods each week. This includes spices, herbs, nuts, seeds, and legumes, apart from whole grain fruits and vegetables. Add probiotic-rich foods. Fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha are rich in probiotics. Probiotics consist of life beneficial bacteria and/or yeast that naturally live in our body and help to maintain a healthy balance of bacteria in our guts. These bacteria play a crucial role in our immune system, digestion, and overall health. Add fatty fish to your diet. Fatty fish are a good source of complete protein and one of the few foods that contain vitamin D, whose deficiency can cause extreme fatigue. Additionally, they are rich in omega-3s, which lower the risk of heart disease and improve brain health. They also contain vitamin B12, which is crucial for the growth of healthy red blood cells, DNA reproduction, and nerve function. Furthermore, these foods are rich in iodine, which helps our thyroid to function properly to control things like our appetite and immune system. Small fatty fish, especially canned types, can be eaten whole and provide a source of collagen for healthier skin, nails, and hair. Chew your fruits instead of drinking them. Fruits are rich in micronutrients and fiber, which help our GI tract to function properly and provide food for our gut microbes. Fruit is also rich in natural sugars, which are absorbed slowly by our body thanks to the fiber content. However, when we juice fruit, we strip it of its beneficial fiber and essentially end up drinking sugar. This causes a spike in our blood glucose levels, making us feel tired and hungrier. Control your portions. There are several reasons why we might overeat during meals. Someone else is serving us and with bigger amounts that we would choose. We are eating out and we don't have control over the portions. Or we start eating when we are already too hungry and just want to eat everything at once. Society has taught us that it is good etiquette to eat everything on our plate. But what if it's too much? We might feel terrible right after eating and tired and sluggish for a while. In addition, if we make a habit of overeating, we are likely to gain weight. To avoid this, let's make sure our portions are moderate, and if we have any leftovers, let's just save them for later. Eat enough protein. A moderate protein intake helps optimize strength, muscle gain, and fat loss, thereby directly improving metabolic health. Additionally, it keeps us full and satisfied for longer, reducing cravings and the need for snacks. Ideally, distribute your protein intake throughout the day. Some high-quality sources of protein include Greek yogurt, beef, lamb, poultry, fish, shellfish, certain types of cheese like Parmesan and mozzarella, pork, eggs, whey protein, and to a lesser extent, legumes. Don't wait until you get too hungry. With our busy lives, it's common to push back meals, which can lead to overeating or making unhealthy choices. If you know you won't be able to eat at your usual mealtime, make sure to have a snack to curb hunger. Staying hydrated throughout the day can also help avoid sudden cravings for foods. Choose wisely when eating out. If you eat out frequently, it's important to follow the same healthy eating habits you would at home. Consume plenty of fiber-rich foods, sufficient protein but not too much, healthy fats, avoid fried foods, and slow carbs. To resist temptation, it's also a good idea to choose a restaurant that offers healthier options that you know you would enjoy. As discussed in the previous point, to make it easier to choose healthier options, try to avoid arriving at the restaurant overly hungry. Keep a food diary. Keeping a food diary to track what we eat and drink can be especially useful at the beginning of our healthy eating journey, as it helps us gain a deep understanding of what we would like to change. In addition to tracking what we eat, we might also track our hunger level at the start of our meals, our mood, whether we ate mindfully, whether we ate alone or with someone else, and whether we ate too much or just enough. This habit can be surprisingly beneficial. I once had a client who was eating plenty of vegetables and good protein, yet still felt the need to indulge in junk food. After looking at her food diary, we identified that her cravings were related solely to stress at work. Plan your meals ahead. Deciding in advance what we are going to eat makes it easier to actually eat healthier. It's helpful because it allows us to create a grocery list that makes shopping easier and free of temptations. Additionally, it reduces decision fatigue and makes meal preparation and cooking much quicker. Bonus considerations. To make it easier to make healthier choices at home, make the food you want to eat more available and avoid buying or at least hide anything you don't want to eat. Don't believe that healthy eating is boring. Does this stuffed sweet potato look boring to you? What about this meal bowl? And this burrito? See? Told you! Also stay tuned because I'm working on some delicious no-cook time-saver recipes that are so good, as we say in Italian, da leccarsi baffi. Now that you have listened to all these habits, as your nutrition coach, I would like to ask you, which one can you apply today? I invite you to pick just one and start incorporating it into your diet until it becomes part of your life. And if you're struggling to stay away from unhealthy foods, have a look at this video here where I talk about 6 easy tips to stop eating junk foods.